Hello, my beautiful train wrecks. This is Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards family. It's finally happening. I'm so excited. I'm finally working on Queen Elizabeth II. We bought her 2 Octobers ago. Because I knew the Jubilee was coming, and I thought, oh, I can work on her during the Jubilee. And got sick, and I couldn't. And then this year, well, she was no longer with us. And I thought, well, last year, technically, she passed away, and I said, okay. Her birthday and my birthday are both in April. So it's only fitting that I do this as a birthday present for myself and a birthday present for her. And what is the most beautiful way to honor someone than to give herself a birthday present and to give the Queen a heavenly birthday present. So you are a little further back than normal because I don't want to stress at doing this and not be able to multi-place and all this and that. This is going to be a stress-free as possible because I want to enjoy every single moment. I am going to do this a little differently. It is the end of March because this is a big canvas. Uh-oh. Carl. Okay, Carl is on my table. Carl is a big boy. I can't just shoo him off. He has a mind of his own. He is a Maine Coon cat. He's a big kitty, and just shooing him, he just jumped off. Hopefully, no other cats. I want to make sure that it doesn't. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. We're safe. I opened the door so all the cats could come in and out as they wanted. And Snowy, our littlest one, the one that's been the sickest, is now feeling so much better. And now she's actually learning to play. I mean, really, sorry, I was drinking some tea. She really started actually playing, which makes me very happy. So if you hear noises, that is her and Cece playing, and Cece is a loud, very vocal play. So I promise the cats are not killing each other. It's just she's teaching her how to play. So let me fix this cushion. Okay, but as I was saying, I'm going to do this a little differently. I have not been up long, so I'm like, oh, okay. And we'll do this a little differently. I am going to save this under, just like I'm doing with Steampunk Kitty. I'm saving this under a special folder, and this is going to be bare boned, just like Steam Cat. No music, no editor, just whatever happens. And I'm going to release these as a third video. Because Wyatt, our editor, hi editor, I know you'll watch it. Because editor is doing 2 videos a week, and I am going to make this one the 3rd video until it's done. I don't know if I am going to do every section and start it after I get done with steampunk, start putting the videos up after steampunk. We're just chatting. I know I want to put steampunk up as a 3rd video a week every day. You know, that there's not a video coming out. I believe our videos are coming out Tuesday and Thursday. So I will put Steampunk Kitty up every day that is not a regular set day. I am giving myself some grace, though. And I think with the Queen, when I feel like filming, I'll film one. And I will do the same thing. After steampunk is done, I will start putting up the Queens the same way, where there's not a set video from Wyatt. On those other days, I will tack on the Queen. I hope this is making sense. Pretty much you're going to have a video every day of the week for a while. So, yeah. So I think we're ready to get ready. There's only one thing about this canvas, and that might be why you cannot see it very clearly. I promise you're the same pretty much distance. I made it to where I could multi-place, so I put you back maybe an inch or 2 further back than I normally do, so I can not stress. This canvas, this is the highest brightness. And it's still kind of hard to read. I am going to have to wear my glasses. So I'm sorry I cannot make it very clear. This canvas is very light. So, and there's a lot of white in the area I'm working on. And to tell you how big this one is, my biggest light board does not even, I'm looking to see if it says this is a 50 by 60. Well, my light board doesn't even go that far this way. And I didn't want this flopping around. So I've got the light board this way instead of this way. So there's a side that's dark. So yeah. Hopefully I have explained this and this makes sense. I just woke up and there's some fibromyalgia fog going on this morning. So, okay. All right. Let's start putting diamonds over here. Okay. Oh, this is the first color. I'm so excited. And I know these are very big projects. There may be some silence. Because obviously, this is a big board and I may not be able to talk outrageously long. I might run out of things to say. Oh my. I guess maybe I better see what I'm looking at. And it doesn't help, it's a white tray. Where's my turquoise tray? Did I just bump you? I'm sorry. Where did my turquoise tray go? Did the cat steal it? I would not be surprised if they did. Oh, there it is. I'm going to have to use this little turquoise tray because white with white, see? Challenging. So let me use this bluish tray for the white colors. That is so much better. I just feel so scatterbrained this morning. But you know what, family? I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm not. The problem is, okay, if I get close enough, okay. Alright, I can take my glasses off. Because I'm used to, and this right here is a brand spanking new dot in this pen. So this might not cooperate. But we're just going to roll with it. You know, I'm using the biggest multiplacer, and I don't really want to use something I'm not confident with. Why is she sliding? Get back over here, miss. I should say Your Royal Highness. This is the only queen. Even though, no, I'm not British. Well, I'm British by DNA. But I'm American. But I always found her intriguing. She never showed emotion. You know, she always was very stiff upper lip and powerful, and she devoted her entire life to her country. Literally her entire life. Because she was a young queen. I consider her a young queen. She was in her 20s when her father died. I can't imagine going on a trip and having to come home. You leave as a princess and you come home a queen. I can't imagine how painful, because she loved her father. I can't imagine. Because, you know, you're still young. And to have that big. I don't know why the board is. I'm sorry. I don't know why this board. I know I'm heavy-handed. But it's okay. But to come home. It's like, wow. And someone to love her country so much, to give her entire life for that country. It's amazing. And for her to step up and she drove and worked on trucks in the war. I don't know all the details, the actual facts, and all this and that. I know the basics, and hopefully I will do homework like I should have. And I will. I'll get all the major facts and everything. I'm just kind of talking, I said I'm just going to talk today about things that, just my thoughts and what my basic knowledge is before I start just spitting out facts. And so I may have things wrong, but I will get it if this is just my view, and I will get it completely right for the next videos, because I've got a lot of videos I can talk about her. Moments that stick out that showed how badass she was. There's so many badass moments. The one that sticks out the most was the time that she was in, I think she was actually on a horse and trooping the color, or a parade, something like that, but I think it was trooping the color. Someone shot at her. She calmed her horse. She did not freak out and say, oh my goodness, I can't do it. She steadied her horse and she kept on going. That is badass. And I love that. She's an Aries. I'm an Aries. And we have that nature. I'm a lot like that myself. I have a very bring it attitude. And even though I'm sick, I don't let things slow me down. I have to be sick enough at the very beginning to say, okay, no, I can't do it at all. But once I'm going places or I'm doing things, or something is needed from me, like if someone is sick and it's very important and I know I have to do it, I will stiff upper lip it. I'm sorry if I'm talking loud. I just realized my mouth is right here at the camera. Let me quiet down a little bit. If I know something needs done, it'll get done. Like, for instance, we had to tear the walls out on this house. Tom had to work, so I did it. He bought me a little crowbar. He bought me a little sledgehammer, and I did it. Did I regret it every night before I went to bed? Yes. Did I know it needed to be done? Yes. Did I do it anyway? Yes. And that was something that showed me I can do anything. In fact, before they really even knew what was going on with me and they gave me medicine, I still went out, I still did things, and all my friends would say, girl, you're a badass. Girl, you're a badass. So I got myself a tattoo. And it's a fibromyalgia ribbon. And it says, it takes strength to be a badass. So, yeah, I think the Queen was pretty badass. And she did things and said things and put people in line. And she was a badass about it. But she never lost her temper. She never lost her cool. She was very keep calm and carry on energy. And that is amazing. And I'm sure my British viewers and viewers that are from the Commonwealth can tell me more about her, because we only get a little bit. We see what American television wants to show us. So she may be completely different than what we see. And to my British friends, my friends from the UK, do not spill that water. Friends from the UK, tell me your badass stories. Tell me your views. And this is not a political channel, so please don't make it about politics, or because I know she was not. The royals are not supposed to get in politics, so I think it's pretty safe to say there's not going to be political. No political. Please. I don't want politics on the channel. Nor religion. You know, unless it's going to be very polite. Get down. Hey, Snowy, Carl, you're up there? Carl, get down, bud. He's everywhere. Yeah, this channel, I want everybody to feel comfortable. So, no fun topics, no politics, no sex, and, no religion. The only way that I would talk about any of that is if it's actually talking about a canvas. I'm trying to be good and not start anything. I want this to be a safe place where everyone can be themselves and we're polite. And this is the reason why I want to talk about that real quick before I get back to Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth. See, I call her Elizabeth, but she's Queen Elizabeth. She's still your Royal Highness, Jill. Come on. What was I saying? Give me a second. Come on, Glue Dot. Come on, Glue Dot. You can do it. Thank you. Okay. If your Glue Dot ever gets really sticky, rub it on your finger, your hand, an article of clothing. So yeah. The only time I will talk about anything like this, unless, editor, if you catch me talking, I'm trying to be very careful. I want to make this a friendly place. And I might repeat myself a million times because the brain isn't working very well today. Fiber fog. It's very foggy. But I couldn't wait. I gotta do this. So, that's what I was going to talk about. I was raised that there are certain things you don't discuss in public. You don't talk about sex. You don't even ask how much somebody makes. Oh no. What their paycheck is, you do not discuss. And I would not even, I wouldn't even ask. We didn't talk about religion because that's everybody's right to believe in what they believe in. That is like a personal thing. And I get it. I get how it's personal. Because that's your relationship with God. And that is personal. Only you know how much you love. And I'll say it that way. So, money is personal. So I won't ask anybody. Well, I take that back. I would only ask one way, and that's if I'm helping someone look for a job. Obviously, they got to tell me that. But I wouldn't say, well, how much were your paychecks? How much did they take taxes up? You know, it would be something that they would have to divulge it to me if I was helping someone. So, talking about somebody's money, no. It wasn't until here recently, because Tom has been getting the little bonus raises and stuff, 3%, you know. It wasn't until this last 3% I looked at him and I'm like, you know, I don't even know how much you make. I know how much your checks are, but I don't know how much you make. So yeah, I mean, even my own husband. Go figure. And that's just because I was raised. You don't ask. So I talked about religion. I talked about that. Sex? Oh no, that's nothing to be discussed. That one I break a little bit. My sense of humor, yeah, I will talk about sex. But not on here. You guys are safe. I thought I seen a lot of Y's. Okay. Let's see, can I do this? Drop some off. I can! Yay! As you can tell, I'm not in a hurry. I want to... This one is a very relaxed one. And when time gets done, I'm just going to lower this. That's why I've got the cover and a pretty cover minder, which you can't see. You can't see my cover minder. It's a butterfly. It might be too dark. It's a butterfly. But I gotta put it back up so my things don't fall down on me. I kept the plastic up. So, I don't think I'm gonna work ahead on this. I think what I do is what I do, because I know I got another big project. I've got Steampunk Kitty. So yes, I'm doing 2 projects in the month of April. I don't know what I'm doing or why. But yeah, the videos are not, I'm not going to sit here and make the entire block be it, because this might be an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not going to do that. I'd like to try to stick it like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but not over an hour. Let's drop some of these off. Okay. I didn't even bring out the biggest one. The big multiplacer is that one. But there's not really many that would be that big. There's 1, 2, maybe. Okay. And I might miss some that I'm working on. I'm not worried about it. I'll come back. I always end up doing 2 passes. But let's see here. Back to the topic at hand. Okay, I already talked about sex, which there might be a little tiny naughty joke. You know, I really shouldn't even say naughty. Benny Hill-esque jokes. I love Benny Hill. I grew up watching Benny Hill. He was in America. And he reminds me of my grandpa so much. When I don't feel good or I miss my grandpa, I turn on Benny Hill. And it kind of takes me back to good memories and I feel better. So there may be some cheeky monkey little, but nothing vulgar. So that one I do break. I grew up that was private. you don't talk like that, especially a woman. Oh, a girl. Oh, no. My grandpa always made sure that women were protected. And if you disrespected women, especially a family member, you would get a severe talking to. Women were treated as precious. So, I tiptoe around the sex thing. But on here, I will try to make it as clean as possible because I know Vanessa will most likely have her kiddos watching. Hi, Vanessa's kiddos. Hi, Vanessa. So I'm very mindful that we could have a younger audience. So I will try to be very clean as possible. Let's see. So we didn't talk about people's money. We didn't talk about sex. We didn't talk about people's religion because obviously, as I stated before, that is a relationship. That is a beautiful relationship. And you don't discuss that. So yeah. If I'm around people that are okay with talking about it, I'll talk about it. That I know, that won't get offended. But it's not very often, and it's a select very few. Because that is my relationship with God. And that's personal to me. Again, how I was raised. So, you could talk about rock and roll all you want. So, money, religion, sex, and politics. I never ever remember until I was older. I can never remember my mom and dad sitting down and talking about politics in front of us kids. And they voted. Don't get me wrong, they voted. The only time I ever heard them talking about a president was JFK, and bless his heart, and his assassination. We talked about that because that's history, and my brother and I both liked history. But and like Abraham Lincoln, I was doing a paper on him. We went to Springfield. We'll talk about past presidents and stuff, but it wasn't until like just a few years ago, that I can remember even my parents ever talking about politics. So it wasn't until I was older. It was just something, again, that was personal, Even though, actually, now moods have changed and people talk about things and people voice opinions and stuff. But I just wasn't raised that way. I was raised that, those were all personal to the people. So, if I trust people or I feel like it's a safe place to talk politics, I might just have a casual comment here and there of, oh yeah, they're nice, or oh yeah, I like this about them, or oh yeah, I don't like that about them, But I'm a little different anyway. I like to look at the good things. What is the behind the scene things that unless you go looking for it, you would never know? Because politics, they report the bad stuff. They don't really report the good things that are done. And I like to hear stories. I like to hear What makes the president laugh? What makes the president get emotional? What makes the president humble himself or her? You know, you never know. We may have a woman president one of these days, maybe. What makes them you know what? I like to know more than what our media shows. And that's all presidents. I like the behind the scenes. I like to know what makes them them. So I look at politics differently than most people. I want to know the person, not the role. We get bombarded by the role in America. But I like to see the behind the scenes. What is the good things? What are the bad things? So I'm very different on how I look at things. And I was looking at the canvas trying to figure out where all the Y's are. So yeah. If people talk to me about things, they're going to get deeper things. Like, oh, this one had somebody mow the front yard to teach them how to, you know, a little kid to teach them responsibility. And oh, well, this one had science fairs and somebody did some updating on the wheelchair. And I like to know those things. I love that. I want to know the behind the scenes. Yeah. That's like when I went to Springfield, I learned that Lincoln had I don't want to say a favorite child, because no one's technically a favorite ever. That's just now how it goes. But Abraham Lincoln used to let one of his children, Tad, go into his law office and just play and run. And this is when he was a lawyer, this was before president. Play and run. And the guy that worked with him hated it because he would just fling papers, and Lincoln would just laugh and say, "That's my Tad." So he never was a big disciplinarian, but he adored his children. And he wasn't, if they make a mess, oh ma, they were just having a little bit of fun. Yeah. So I like that kind of stuff. The stuff you don't hear unless you go searching for it. And I found out that information when we went to Springfield and I was searching to write a paper. So again, I searched and I found. So I like that. I like stuff that's going to be positive. I love history. So, you know, there are certain things I don't like to discuss, and because I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm like that. I will if I have to. You know, the Aries in me, the badassery, will come out, but I don't want it to. So, let's see, what is next? There's a lot of X's, so let's do X's. Where are you, X? There you are. There's a lot of white in this. There is color, mind you, but I think she's holding flowers. Or there's something. Oh, it's her sash, I think. It's her sash and maybe some pins, or not pins, but ribbons. I'm trying to remember what that was. Ribbons. And of course, this is still a light color. And it's on white. Oh my goodness. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking. So, that's just me. And I'm not telling everybody they have to be that way. It's just, that's just how I was raised. have to really trust someone to talk any of that with. Yeah. So let's get back to the Queen. I like that, because she's kind of got the same thing. You don't talk that. Now, I'm sure she talked about those things with her children and her husband, but publicly she didn't ever really take a strong side. She was always kind of like that neutral go-to for advice, or that's what she appears to America. If any of my British watchers want to talk about her, please make it loving and polite. You know, this is America. We may not understand some of the things, you know. What we may think is not polite, you guys might think is okay. So, you know, we don't want to offend anybody. But, I don't want anybody to come on and say, oh, she was horrible, she was this, she was that, you know. And I might have another lover of the royal family from America, and they're like, what? Oh my gosh. You know, I don't want anybody to get hurt. This is a safe place channel. But if they have any like good stories, any behind the scenes stuff we don't see, tell us about Queen Elizabeth II. I love hearing, especially history. Oh, I could talk hours about history. Hours and hours and hours. History and science were my favorite topics at school. I'm one of those that can watch a historical documentary and then they'll start talking about science and stuff, and I'm like, oh, my two favorite things. I love watching documentaries, and I've watched quite a few documentaries on her. And clutch your tiaras. I watched The Crown, but I knew that was Hollywood, and I say that all the time. It's Hollywood. I know they have to drag things out or make things a little worse than what they were, because gotta get people interested in watching. So I took a lot of that with, I know there's probably a little bit of accuracy in that stuff, but they have to make it dramatic. Ooh. And then a lot of, sorry. Oh, with all the cats, you know there's going to be chaos. Oh, well, hi, Blizzard. Blizzard, you want to make an appearance? This is my Blizzard. My Blizzard is my buddy. Okay, it's okay, you're not in trouble. He's not supposed to be in here, but he snuck in. Look, Blizzard. Say hello. Edward's family, hello. My name is Blizzard, and I'm not allowed in here because I'll pee on the carpet. Yeah, won't you? I'll pee on the carpet, won't you? I can't diamond paint with you in my arms, so I need to take you out. Pause for a second, or actually I'll let you seal, but I gotta pause the diamond painting because little pissy boy, my little carpet wetter, has to go out. You want to go out too, JJ? Okay. Pardon that. There might be interruptions. There's going to be interruptions with this, but it's okay. It's alright. This is laid back, no edited version. How far am I at? I'm already at 44 minutes, and I've hardly gotten anything done. Well, I've done a lot of talking, because this is like about both for me. This is history. This diamond painting is history. It's of a very famous female role in history. She was a big thing, if you really think about it. She is the longest reigning monarch in Britain. All the good things that she has done. And, you know, she made mistakes. She wasn't perfect. And she had moments of deep regret and pain and hurt. I know that, Albertine, I think it was Albertine, yes, the coal disaster, coal, like they would have these mounds of coal, and one of them broke free and hit a school. And she didn't go right away. Prince Philip went. And that always haunted her. That was a mistake. That always haunted her. She was still human. She still had a heart. You know, the role didn't break her down to where she was unfeeling. No, she still had love and regret and all the things we have. She was human. You know, in America, she seemed almost like a superhero, you know, but no, she was human. And she loved. And she was funny. Oh my goodness. We never really, in America, we never really got to see the funny side of Queen Elizabeth. But there's some compilations on YouTube. I don't remember the channel. That shows about the funny side of Queen Elizabeth. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Now, other people were like, that's funny. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I have a very British sense of humor. I grew up watching Benny Hill and Monty Python, and then I found Father Ted and the young ones, and I could go on and on and on and on. Black Adder and Wolfster and Jeeves, or Jeeves and Wolfster, I think. That one. I just showed Tom that show. Anything with Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry, automatic, yes. And I'm going to butcher it. Not your Sunday morning talk show, not your Saturday morning. I'll have to figure that one out. But that one, that show, I know the British were like, yay! My British fans are going, yes, I know that one. But it was like not your Sunday morning, or not your Saturday morning TV show, talk show, something, TV show. The Thin Blue Line, it had, I think that's what it was called. I like that one. As Time Goes By, Are You Being Served? Yeah, I watch a lot of British TV. I relate to that humor. That humor is hilarious. I have but I do have the stiff upper lip, I might say. I will say. I have Keep Calm and Carry On. I'm cool. Cool under pressure. Cool head. I'm the one you want to call when there's chaos. Because I can keep a level head. So yeah. I told my husband, I'm American, but I am British at heart. And I think if there was ever a place where they told me that I couldn't live in America anymore and I'd have to go somewhere, I would love to visit Japan. Living in Japan, after I really think about it, I would be a very big culture shock. I would live there for a couple years, but to live the rest of my life until I'm old and gray, it would have to be Britain. In the DNA, British, Wales were my two biggest numbers. So yeah, British and Wales. And I know they're Scottish too. My great-grandmother, no, I take that back. Not my great-grandmother. My great-great-grandmother came from Scotland. And we came from the Loch Ness area. Let's see. British. My grandfather came from Liverpool. So there's that. So there's British and Scottish pretty close to me. Great-grandparents. So that's not that far away in the grand scheme of DNA and all of that. So yeah. So let me put this diamond on and see how we are with time. So I really don't want to go over an hour. If I can stop it at like 45 minutes to an hour, that'd be great. Okay, we're at 51 minutes. So we're going to leave this here. I am going to go watch some YouTube for a little bit. Find me some lunch, because it's lunchtime. And then I'll probably, I don't know, I might start a new diamond painting. I might do another, because I do a bunch of filming all in one day. I might do another video and at least get this square done. So I'd like to do a square a day, at least. So I might do another video. I just don't want very long videos, so I might keep doing videos today until I'm at a stopping point, and then just order them, the behind the scenes Facebook stuff, and I'll just order them video 1, video 2, but yeah, I didn't get much done, but I did a lot of talking, and I want to enjoy this. And I do plan to have more royals. I want to have a royal wall. So, Queen Elizabeth, oops, sorry. Oh, sorry, kitty, don't. And King Charles, and I've already done a Princess Diana for my sister cousin. We're actually cousins, but we call each other sisters. I've done I did a Princess Diana for her. I might do one for me, but a different one than what I've already done. And then, of course, William and Catherine and their children. I know, it's going to take a while to get everybody, because the children are young, so they won't have anything for them for a good long while. So it's going to take a while to get my British wall up. I will get it eventually. So, with that, it's time to shake the mouse awake. Wake up, mouse. Mouse, wake up. Wake up. It's time for you to work for me. There. Now it's working. It woke up. It fell asleep. It got tired of hearing my rambles. That's pretty bad when I bored the mouse. But anyway, I will get more information. Not my view of her, but actual historical things and stuff. I will try to get lovely little history tidbits so we can learn about her, especially the young ones, the little ones. I want you to have a history lesson while diamond painting, watching me diamond paint. So, moms and dads, you're going to like this because have your kids watch it. They're going to learn some stuff. So, but I might eat my lunch and get accurate historical information. I get to watch another documentary. So, with that, love you guys. Hugs and kisses. And have an enjoyable the rest of your day. Bye.